9. Newt. Inside the colony complex, the troopers are on edge now. They want something to shoot at. Movement, someone from Hicks' team calls. A flash of something in a dark side chamber. A darting infrared trace. They flank it. Hicks' men lose the trace. Then something breaks from the shadows behind them. Drake spins, aiming. Hicks knocks his barrel aside, shouting, "Hold fire." Then more softly, "It's okay, you can come out." He takes off his helmet so as to less resemble an insect. A very dirty and terrified Newt Jordan steps out of hiding. Inside the dropship, Ripley watches the monitors as they question the little girl with limited success. She won't speak. She's totally traumatized. They ask her if there are any people alive. She shakes her head. Inside the dropship, Gorman orders the ground teams to work their way to the far side of the complex and stand by. Gorman is going to drop the armored personnel carrier, then join for an extended search. Ripley joins Gorman at the door of the APC. She wants to go. Outside the dropship, the APC is lowered by a massive hydraulic arm, operated from the cargo lock by Hay. It is a larger version of the colony tractors with servo gun turrets and, on the front, crab-like manipulator arms. Inside the APC is a monitor bay for directing operations. A pawn takes the driver's seat and the vehicle rolls forward. Behind them, the dropship again dusts off, hovering as the boom arm retracts. Gorman directs them to make for the terraforming plant. Survivors may have taken refuge there. Inside the dropship, Hay stands at the boom controls in the still-open cargo lock. Behind him, the massive arm rises slowly. From among the rams and hoses, a shape emerges. Hay senses it, turns. An impression of drooling jaws and a terrifying eyeless head. There is no to scream. In the cockpit, Pharaoh, the pilot, unaware of Hay's situation. The cargo lock door clangs shut as the dropship banks, continues circling. In the 1983 version, Ripley is not present when the soldiers find Newt. Finding Newt inside the building changes Ripley's mind about going in. Gordon and Ripley head toward the buildings in the APC. The APC is deployed after the soldiers decide to investigate the nearby atmosphere processor. When the dropship lands, unlike in the movie, it uses a large robotic arm to deploy the APC. Once the APC is on the ground, Apone takes the driver's seat. After the APC lands, an alien boards the vehicle and discreetly attacks Hay. This scene is in the film but occurs much later. Additionally, the film poorly depicts how the alien gets onto the dropship, leaving a plot hole. According to the 1985 script, Spunkmeyer, called Hay in the 1983 version, is delivering equipment to Bishop and is returning to the dropship during the scene shown in the movie. In the 1983 version, the alien enters the dropship through the cargo lock while Hay operates the boom arms. In the 1983 version, the soldiers don't know the colonists are inside the atmosphere processor when they choose to investigate it. Gorman merely instructs them to broaden their search to cover the building. 10. Cocoons. In APC, Ripley has taken charge of Newt, getting her some warm clothes and hot chocolate from the dispenser. She stops Gorman's clumsily attempt to question her. Newt wordlessly puts her arms around Ripley's neck and starts to cry. Ripley hesitates. She awkwardly returns the embrace. Only Hicks seems to notice the tender moment, as the others are heatedly discussing what they have seen. Ripley is ignored, unacknowledged. Hicks hands her a cup of coffee. As they approach the base of the vast structure, they are confronted by a bizarre sight. Among the refinery-like lattice of pipes and conduits, something new and not of human design has been added. Alien structure covers only the original hardware. The plant thrums loudly, its functioning seemingly not impaired. Gorman, Ripley, and Newt stay to look at the monitors as Apon leads his team off the ship and into the structure. Inside the alien structure, the team casts their flashlights along the walls. Their lights reveal a biomechanical lattice, convoluted like the marrow of some vast bone. They examine the wall material. The place seems almost alive. Ripley watches in horror as the monitors show the structure. Detritus from the colony, furniture, rocks, wiring, and human bones, skulls, all fused with some epoxy-like substance, some sort of excreted resin. Sergeant Apone deploys Hicks' team as a rearguard once more, entering a large chamber. Suddenly, Hicks' team faces a wall of living horror. The colonists have been brought here and entombed alive. Cocoons protrude from the niches and interstices of the structure. The cocoon material is the same translucent epoxy. The bodies are frozen in carelessly twisted positions. Macabre image of frozen agony. Rib cages burst outward as if exploded from within, then a faint moaning. Weeping, shrill cries, sudden sobs. A chorus of the damned, they're not all dead. The victims are paralyzed, brought here, entombed in living death as hosts for the embryos growing within them. Apone draws closer. "Kill me," a choked whisper beckons him. Eyelids flutter. The woman's mouth moves, but no more sound. In APC, Ripley watches the screen, white-knuckled. Gorman turns away. The sound of wrenching comes over the general frequency. Apone turns to his team and says, "Flamethrower." Someone hands him the weapon. Suddenly, the woman's chest explodes with a gush of blood. A small fanged head emerges. Apone pulls the trigger. Then the other troopers carrying flamethrowers open fire, and an orgy of purging flames. The cocoons vanish in the shimmering heat. A shrill screeching begins, like the sound of madness or a siren made from fingernails on blackboards. Several scenes in the film were expanded from the 1983 version. In the movie, the crew gathers in the colonists' quarters to assess the situation. And this is also where Newt is questioned. In the 1983 version, however, Ripley questions Newt while the APC is en route to the atmosphere processor. This happens earlier inside the colony, in the final film. Additionally, Newt shows strong emotional attachment toward Ripley, while Ripley is initially skeptical. Scenes set in the colonists' quarters before the soldiers enter the alien lair are not present in the 1983 version. Also, since the character of Burke is absent, there is no subplot involving the company's attempt to secure alien specimens from the planetoid, and no corporate representative accompanies the mission to the colony. As a result, the scene where face-huggers are discovered in the colonists' lab is also missing from the 1983 version. In general, the military expedition in the 1983 script is purely a search and destroy operation, with the sole objective being to investigate the colony and eliminate the aliens if they are found. In the 1983 version, the alien hive covers both the interior and exterior of the atmosphere processor, blending so seamlessly with the structure that it is hard to see where one ends and the other begins. The hive incorporates debris from the colony, furniture, rocks, cables, even human bones, all fused into its structure with the same resinous material. The cocoon substance is described as translucent, much like in the original Alien script. Several of the colonists trapped within the hive are still alive. In the film, only one colonist is shown alive before a chestburster emerges. 11. Contact. In Cocoon Room, the structure come alive. From the niches in the walls, floor, ceiling, aliens emerge. Lots of them, becoming visible only as they move. The troopers don't see it. Smoke fills the room, cutting visibility to less than 2 meters. Movement, someone shouts. Movement, another. Movement. A scream. Apone shouts, snapping down his image converter. Apone. Infrared, fall back. Aliens suddenly attack from all sides from the middle of the smoke. Tall, skeletal figures loom suddenly out of the smoke, striking like lightning. At APC, Gorman shouts into his mic. Gorman, get out of there, Apone. A bright mouth flame flashes when someone fires. A gout of yellow acid slashes across Frost's face. He screams, dying. Ripley watches the monitor labeled Frost go black. His bio readouts flattened. The fight is over. The aliens are shimmering infrared silhouettes on the screen. More firing in Cocoon Room. The smart gun's muzzle flame flickers as Vasquez fires his gun. More screaming. A voice. Lydecker. Drake's hit. Apone. Watch your fire. Damn it. In the APC, Ripley sees smoke welling out of the structure and flashes of fire rise and fall like a welder's arc. The screens and biomonitors keep score. Drake, Wierzbowski, Lydecker, and then Apone, all of them go flatline. Gorman, get out of there, fall back. Ripley, too late, they're cut off. In the 1983 version, the battle within the alien hive is both strikingly similar to and notably different from the version seen in the film. For example, Frost is killed when acid hits him in the face, a death that was instead given to Drake in the final movie. The soldiers' small arms are frequently described as plasma or directed energy weapons, in contrast to the conventional projectile firearms used in the film. Unlike in the movie, the soldiers do not have their ammunition confiscated in the hive and are free to open fire at will. Despite this, Frost, Drake, Wierzbowski, and Lydecker are all taken out during the encounter. However, in a departure from the film, Hicks, Hudson, Vasquez, Dietrich, and even Apone all survive the ambush. 12. Ripley takes control. Ripley takes a very deep breath and then jumps into the driver's seat of the APC. The APC lurches forward. Gorman panics. He is frozen. The APC roars into the smoky alien structure, tearing away outcroppings of alien incrustation. Suddenly something lands on the roof of the APC. An alien arm arcs down, smashing the windshield in front of her. Newt screams. Glistening, hideous jaws lunge inside. Ripley recoils and loses control of the vehicle. The alien's mouth opens. Wham! The creature is slammed sideways by a plasma burst from smart gun fire beyond the APC. Acid sprays. Hits the seat beside Ripley. Outside the APC, Hicks, smart gun still aimed, runs up to the APC. Dietrich and Hudson drag Apone out of the smoke. Vasquez lays down a ferocious cover fire. Gorman gets the door open. They leap in, hauling Apone and Vasquez with her bulky rig. Inside the APC, Ripley hits reverse. Newt hasn't stopped screaming. Another alien lunges in as the door is closing. Hicks blasts it, the door closes. The APC roars backwards out of the complex. It is gouged and smoking from the acid spray. Hicks examines Apone. Under a hole punched through the body armor, he finds a single purple puncture wound, bloodless. He seems to be alive, but paralyzed. When they reach a safe distance, Gorman orders the APC's cannon aimed at the alien nest. Hicks stops him. At the center of the plant is a controlled fusion reactor, a possible thermonuclear bomb if it is damaged. Gorman calls in the dropship. They'll evacuate and nuke the place from the air. In the 1983 version, Ripley is attacked by an alien through the APC windshield before she rescues the soldiers. She also doesn't run it over, but rather Hicks kills it with a smart gun. After the disastrous ambush, Gorman prepares to destroy the atmosphere processor with one of the heavy cannons on the APC, before Hicks points out it would cause a thermonuclear explosion. Apone is knocked unconscious when the alien impales him with its tail. Vasquez manages to keep her smart gun after the ambush.